Welcome to
Knit 1.
Part 2, Episode 71. And my name is Wendy, also known as Penny Wendy on Ravelry and Penny Wendy 2 on other places.
And my name is Lily.
She's not known as anything but Lily.
Nope.
She is my guest host today because Sheila is on vacation and wasn't able to make it to a recording session this week, but we will be back doing our regular recording schedule together next week. So, hi Sheila, when you watch this.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go first. On the dance card, once again, I have my Loud and Proud socks, which are knit out of Play It Life Saki Maki in the Loud and Proud colorway. These did not get that much love. I might have knit like 3 more rows. And as I've said on past episodes, I'm just kind of winging it, going with it. I have these many more colors to go. So you can see a better view from there. And the original Saki Maki roll looked like this. So I did a little bit of work on that. These are out on knit on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter needles. And I'm doing them one at a time, and this is a short row heel. And yes, we are planning on doing a short row heel tutorial, but it won't be this week because Sheila's on vacation. So we'll try to get to that next week. There it is. No holes in that heel. Thank you, Wendy Johnson, whose double wrap technique I use. So that's that. Didn't get a lot of love this week. The second thing that's on the needles, once again, is my Judy B shawl by Kimberly Gintar. This pattern is available for $5 on Ravelry if you'd like to purchase it, and I'm knitting it out of Into the World Polware Silk in the Gweeder colorway, hand spun. And I got a lot more love on this. The halfway point of the shawl, oops, I'm showing you the back of the shawl. The halfway point is here. So this is half of the shawl. And I've knit this much more. And it's just really pretty. It's got a cable and lace edging. And it's knit side to side. And I'm still really enjoying this. I wish that I would have been able to work on it more, but I was pretty busy this week. So, yeah, I'm enjoying that. You like this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. Feel it.
Ooh, soft.
It is soft. So, and that I'm keeping in my Knitting's My bag, geisha bag. And the other one, if you saw it, is in my Jessalou little gnome bag. I love that. And the big knitting that I did this week was working on a couple of projects. One of them is my finished project. The other one is I'm swatching. I might have showed you this before, but I am swatching and working out a pattern for a shawlette that has this lace in it. So that's probably going to go on the needles pretty soon. I'll talk about that more in the next section. So do you have anything on the needles?
Yeah.
Can you get out? There you go. So what do you have on the needles?
I am knitting my, did I drop a stitch? Nope.
Oh, good.
I'm knitting my mom a scarf, I think. I'm not sure what it's going to be.
And this is out of?
Like dish towel yarn, my grandma says.
Cotton dishcloth yarn in yellow and white. And you are knitting it on size 7 wooden bamboo needles. And what are you using? Just a plain garter stitch. And you've gotten this much more. And if we want to do some more, we can get some more of this yarn, right?
Uh-huh.
Are you enjoying that?
Yes.
It's a good knit. Did you make up the pattern yourself?
There's no pattern. I just started knitting.
So you made it up yourself. You're not following a pattern.
No. I just kind of started knitting it.
And it's going along well?
Uh-huh.
And what are you keeping that in?
My piece bag.
Your piece bag. That's really pretty.
I also have this scented thing. My mom has one too.
Yeah.
It smells very nice.
Lily's grandmother hand embroidered some sachets that we can keep in our knitting. This is Lily's.
This is my mom's.
And this is mine. And I'm going to put mine right in my bag right now. Thank you for reminding me.
Yours smells nice.
Is that all that you have on the needles?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll move on to rate your date. The awesome news is I totally did finish the project. My commissioned knitting, which is a shawlette that I told you I'm going to need test knitters for, is completely done and photographed. Unfortunately, we decided after talking about it for a few days that we really want to try it in a different colorway, yarn colorway. So I am waiting for the new yarn to arrive in the mail, and I will be knitting a second sample. So I'm not going to send it out for test knitting until I get the second sample, at least on the needles. There's one thing I'm thinking of modifying I want to test out before I do it. But just to refresh everybody's memory, I have a test knitting thread set up in the group, and I will unlock it and let you know how many test knitters I need and the details of the test knit when I'm ready for test knitters. I just want to tell you that because I've had so many offers for test knitting before this, I do have a couple of people already lined up to test knit for this, so I might only need 1 or 2 people. But if you do want to test knit, wait for that thread to be open and post there, and I'll be happy to sign you up, or to sign you up for a future test knit, because I'm going to have another shawlette that I'll be working on after I get this one out to test knitting. The one that it has more lace in it. So I'll give you the details of that too, because I know some people don't like lace knitting, although it's going to be fingering weight lace. It's not going to be lace weight. So yeah, I wish I could show you it. I think it's really pretty. I like the colors that it's in, but I don't think it would be to everyone's taste. So I think the new yarn is probably going to be a better bet. So that's all for me that I have. Rate your date. Do you have a date to rate? A finished project?
Yeah. I made a little blanket thing. I was making another one, but I can't find it anywhere. My project, I can't find the needles, can't find the yarn, I can't even find the starting of the project I made.
This is made out of Crystal Palace, the bulky version of their mini mochi. I don't remember what it might be called, big mochi or something, I don't know, in the rainbow colorway.
My parents cleaned my room. They still couldn't find the knitting project. Yeah. It's like in the basement.
It's probably, it'll turn up. So did you have a pattern for that, or did you just make it up?
No, I just made it up. Just knitting the same way I was knitting with the scarf.
Yeah, and I think that was knit on US 8 needles. We don't know because we don't have the needles, but I think it was US 8.
The needles are with the other project, and I lost that.
I think it was US 8. That came out really nice. This was Lily's first knitting project. She did a pretty good job for her first time. You can see at the beginning she knit real tight, but towards the end she got a lot looser, and now she knits very evenly for a new knitter.
Yeah, and this one has less mistakes than the one I'm doing because it's like the smaller thing.
Yeah.
Scarf is going to be really big if I can find enough yarn.
Well, we'll buy some more yarn if you want to make it bigger, or it can just, we can make it, put a button on it, and it can just be a cowl if you don't want to knit it too long.
Okay.
However you want to do it. And maybe that one little place where there's a hole in it could be a buttonhole.
Yeah.
So you gotta work with what you gotta like work with your project there. Make everything a design feature. Mm-hmm. So the next thing is Whirlwind Romance. My Whirlwind Romance. The first thing is the last yarn that I spun for Tour de Fleece, which ended on Sunday, is this Into the World Captain Tight Pants on Rambouillet base. I did 8 ounces. What?
Cool yarn.
It is cool yarn. So that's the first one. This is a natural 3-ply. And it is a worsted weight. This is a worsted weight. Came out really, really nice. Squish it out a little. It's nice and poofy, and I just really enjoyed spinning it, and I think the colors are so beautiful. This computer screen does really not do the justice. And then the second, this is 4 ounces right here. And then the second 4 ounces, I spun slightly thinner. So this is more of a heavy fingering weight. And because I divided both of the skeins into 3s and they were 4-ounce skeins, I had a little extra left over. So I Navajo plied that together, and well, some of it, most of it is Navajo plied. So this is, you can see more of the colors together.
I thought that was small. It looked small, but now it's humongous.
So I got about 550 yards of heavy fingering weight to worsted weight, depending on which skein you're looking at. And it was a lot of fun, and I just think it's really pretty. I think I will probably make a hat and mittens out of this.
That will be good.
Because I like it, and it's Rambouillet is next to the Skin Soft, so this was really fun. And I got that done the second to last day of Tour de Fleece. So the last day of Tour de Fleece, I took a break. And I don't know if you're in the Into the World Club or if you just buy Into the World stuff, but everything, all of her bumps come in a bag like this with a label that tells you the colorway and the yardage. And she also gives you these really nice tags that you can tie to your yarn that I saw Jack had taken some of my tags in the other room. But I end up putting I record the information about the length of the skein and everything, the yardage on Ravelry, but I end up storing my finished yarn together for each colorway in one of these bags. I find it really handy. And just to recap Tour de Fleece, I had a goal of spinning 2 pounds of yarn, 32 ounces, and this is it.
Wow.
All of the yarn that I spun
during
Tour de Fleece. It is a lot of yarn. So I just wanted to show that. That's the whole amount of it, and it was a lot of fun. And now I'm going to spin for a sweater, the Skipper D sweater. So, but before I do that, as a palette cleanser of sorts, I am spinning 2 bats from Enchanted Knoll Farms in the Johnny Jump Up colorway, and they are art bats made from a mixture of wool, bamboo, silk, sari silk, and sparkle. And they're both kind of different. They have a lot of the same colors. And this one I'm going to apply together with this braid from Into the World in colorway 3.9. And this one I'm going to apply together with this bump from Into the World, which is in colorway 13.9. Oh, they both were in 13.9. I don't know what that means. There's both of them are the coordinate colors for her Fierce and Flawless yarn, which I spun first day during Tour de Fleece. So this is 8 ounces all spun up, and next week you'll probably see what it looks like plied together with those bumps. And I want to say thank you to everyone who participated in the Tour de Fleece thread. It was really inspiring. I had a lot of fun. This is the first time I spun for Tour de Fleece, and it was really good. I met my goal. I think that if I hadn't had to take a week off in the middle, I probably could have spun 3 pounds. So my goal for next Tour de Fleece will be 3 pounds of spinning.
Did you say you would be using Skipper D yarn?
No, there's a sweater pattern called Skipper D, and I can't remember the name of the designer. Her name is Julia. I don't remember her last name. But I love that pattern because it was gifted to me by Knittables, Diane from Knittables, and Skipper D is the name of our
dog.
That's right.
He's right over there sleeping.
And I actually bought 2 pounds of wool blend from Spinner's Hill at Massachusetts Sheep and Wool so that I could spin it for that sweater. So that's all waiting on the sidelines, and I'm really looking forward to that. Do you have any spinning to show?
I don't spin.
She doesn't spin. So the answer is no, you don't have any spinning. Future dates, like I said, the shawl that is coming from this swatch will be on the needles as soon as I get my second sample done for my commission knitting. Do you have any future knitting planned at this time?
I don't know. I might knit
Sorry.
I don't know. My friend is has knitted a teddy bear in a bag, and I don't know if I want to knit one of those, but I might.
You could knit a bag. That'd be pretty easy.
No, I mean it was like a teensy tiny little cute bag, and she had used a needle to sew a cute heart on it. It was really pretty. Yep. She also got beads on it.
Yeah, we could do that if you wanted to do that for your next project.
Okay.
All right. So she might do a bag or maybe a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Crushes and heartbreaks. My first is my knee status. I tell you every week. I finally am back to the gym, and the first day that I was back in the gym, I overdid it by accident. I was really careful, but I was shown how to use different weight machines for my legs, and one of them that I was shown, they told me to use between 30 and 50 pounds. So when I used that same machine, I used that machine before, but not in the women's gym at my gym, but I went to the women's gym. And I thought I put it on 36 pounds. And I do remember thinking that it was kind of weird that the numbers were off. Like usually they're like 30, 35, 40. But this was like 30, 36. It was weird. But I put on 36 pounds. I figured that's safely between 30 and 50. And it was hard. It was really tough. And I thought, gosh, the machine at the PT's place works a lot easier. And it was the hip abductor. So I did my 3 sets of 10 inward and then my 3 sets of 10 outward. And then I noticed that I had it on kilograms, which is 2.5 times a pound. So it was way too heavy for me. I had tendonitis in my knee the next day from that. And I went to see my physical therapist and she told me, yeah, don't do that anymore. So I'm not going to do that anymore. But it's going really well. I am so thrilled to be back at the gym and being able to exercise like a mostly normal person again. And my therapist is just worried that I'm going to overdo it, but I'm being really careful. So that's my first. That's a crush and a heartbreak. My second one is a heartbreak. When we were driving home the other day, we got a speeding ticket. And I have never gotten a speeding ticket before. I don't think that I deserved a speeding ticket in this instance.
She wasn't speeding.
And the police officer was really, really scary.
Yeah.
Tell them about the police officer.
He yelled at my mom really, really loud. And he was like, before you say anything, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I rolled my window down and he said, license and registration. And I said, what's wrong, officer? And that's when he yelled at me. Mm-hmm. And he scared me and he scared the kids. Mm-hmm. And, and then he gave me a ticket, which I'm going to have to, it's a pain in my butt. I'm going to have to go to court and fight it, but I wasn't speeding. I think he knew I wasn't speeding. I think he was trying to intimidate me a little bit so that I wouldn't complain about it or ask any questions. But I did stand up for myself, and we called the police department. Yep. And I have to say, this is the Wayland, Massachusetts Police Department. A lieutenant from Wayland, Massachusetts called me back. He was very nice. He listened to what I had to say. Lily told him, in her words, what happened. And he was really apologetic for this guy. And he said, they shouldn't talk to you that way. They should introduce themselves and they should explain why you've been stopped before they ask you for your license and registration. And so it made me feel better, And like I said to this officer, maybe the guy was having a bad day. Maybe he'd stopped a bunch of people who were yelling at him. Maybe he was just really flustered, or maybe there's something wrong with him. But it was scary, and I don't want my kids to grow up being afraid of police officers. And I certainly don't think that you need to scream at a 45-year-old mother and her 2 children in their little family car for a vehicle stop. It's not like we were criminals, or I don't know. It was pretty scary. But it's okay now, right? Mm-hmm. And wasn't the officer that talked to us on the phone, he was pretty nice, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm going to have to fight it. What a pain. But, and I wouldn't, if I thought I was speeding, I totally would not fight it. But I know I wasn't speeding. Based on the time of day and where I was, I don't know I don't know if he was locked on the wrong person or if he got some kind of shadow thing. I don't know. A lot of things can go wrong with the radar, but it wasn't me. So, and I certainly didn't deserve to be screamed at, and neither did Lily. So that was our heartbreak. But
I guess Jack wasn't really scared. He was just sitting in the back like, what's wrong with that dude?
I know, the guy was really yelling for no reason.
And Jack's just like, what's wrong with him?
I know, it was pretty weird.
He's yelling.
I called my husband while he was in the car, and Jim said, don't make him any madder. I was like, don't worry, I'm not going to make him any madder than he already is. So that's it for my crushes and heartbreaks. Do you have any crushes or heartbreaks this week?
Well, I think, at school I had one.
Yeah.
It was kind of both because I had a crush on this boy named Owen. Mm-hmm. And he is moving to Phoenix, Arizona.
So that's kind of a crush and then a heartbreak.
Yep.
I'm sorry to hear that. But you know what? There'll be other boys. You got plenty of time.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably like one of 100 crushes you'll have over the next 20 years.
Yep.
Yep. So, Owen, if you're watching, and I'm sure you're not, have fun in Arizona.
I don't think he watches this.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't watch a knitting podcast, but you never know. Maybe he's a secret knitter. All right, so baubles and bling. I don't have any baubles and bling to show, but Lily has baubles and bling.
I got for my birthday, I've got myself a Kindle.
You got yourself a Kindle?
No.
Who got you a Kindle?
You.
Mommy and Daddy got her a Kindle.
I have a Kindle light in my bedroom, and
that can stick on the top.
Yeah.
Because Lily does a lot of reading.
Yep, and I just don't have enough room for books. My bookshelf is packed. I have books on the top of it. Got books like on every shelf, just squeezed in there. Like on top of the books, there's books. It's like barely any room for any more books.
So yeah, that's, I think from now on it's library books and Kindle books because they don't take up any space, right?
Yep.
And how's the Kindle working out for you?
Really good. I have only read like one of these fairy books that I have, and I'm still not even halfway through it. And there are like, I need to find out.
The great thing about Kindle is you can get all of Andrew Lang's fairy tale books for free. So she has all of them. You can show on the screen how many there are.
There's the green fairy book. There are like the green fairy book, the pink fairy book, classic children's books, the lilac fairy book, household tales by, I don't know.
By the Brothers Grimm.
The gray fairy book, fairy tales every child
should know.
And the blue fairy book.
And the classic children's books that is a collection of all of Andrew Lang's books.
Then there's the Harry Potter books, the Mysterious Benedict Society. There's 3 of those that we have. Septimus Heap, Emily of New Moon.
Those are by L.M. Montgomery, who did the Anne of Green Gables books.
Yep.
She has a bunch of other books, too, that we put on there. So
yeah.
She has lots of books to read, and she's got plenty of time. And it's working out well for you?
Yep.
Can you show them what else what I gave you for it? Because it's a pretty good deal.
It's a nice pink, thing that...
It's a case for your Kindle. It's neoprene sleeve for your Kindle so that it doesn't get all banged up. It just squishes right in there.
Side, and then you just pull the back of this and you just pull it over.
And I have to tell you, I looked everywhere for one of these, and I found this for $5 at Five Below. I have one too. And
same color.
Yep, it's exactly the same. I was looking for one online. I couldn't find anything for less than $20, and I saw that, and I'm like, that is exactly what I needed for my Kindle.
Aren't you gonna get me like a slip cover that?
Yes, we're gonna get a sticker to decorate her Kindle too. We just haven't done that yet. Mom has one on hers, same one as on her computer. But so that's really good bauble and bling. And Lily, how old did you just turn?
9.
9. She's 9. So and I'm expecting some baubles and bling in the mail, but I'll show it to you next week. The last thing that we're going to do is our prize drawing for the Tour de Fleece thread. Lily's going to be the drawer. Now, just wait. Unfortunately, I left the prize at Sheila's house, and since we're recording at my house, I can't show you the entire prize, but if you recall, it is 3 4-ounce bumps of Into the World in these 2 colorways and in the Fierce and Flawless colorway. Of course, it's not going to be yarn, it's going to be fleece, but you'll get 3. So that's 12 ounces of fiber, generously donated by Chris of Into the World. And if you are not in her club and you're a spinner, you really should be. Although I kind of recall seeing that her club memberships might be on hold right now because she has so many people. But if you can get into her club, it's a really good deal. And she makes really pretty stuff. So what I did is there were 53 people who posted a photograph in the thread. Some of those people posted multiple photographs. Some people only posted 1. But I made a slip of paper with the name of every single one of those 53 people. I put each person's name in once.
Should I hold one of them up?
No, it's all right. And I put them in this dish. And Lily's going to mix them up with her hand, and she's going to draw one, and that'll be the name of the person who gets the Tour de Fleece prize. So, drum roll.
Ta-da!
And who won?
DianeInOz.
Oh, no.
Oh.
DianeInOz won the last time.
Aw.
I'm sorry, Diane. You are not winning again. Pick another name. I can't believe that.
She's the lucky one.
I know.
Jenny Heiss 56.
Jenny Heiss 56. Sorry, Diane. You don't even watch the show, so you'll never know that you won. But Jenny Heiss, you are winning because Diane is not winning yet another prize from us because she's my friend.
That's just too many prizes.
Too many prizes.
Too many random awesome prizes that you always
cruel,
get.
But she'll never know.
Nope. She'll never know.
All right, so Jenny Heiss, I need you to PM me. Or Jenny H. Ice. I don't know what her name. Jenny Heiss.
We hope she doesn't find out that we are not giving her the prize.
I just can't believe it was her again. I'm not letting her win. I'm sorry. She doesn't even watch the show. You don't get special benefits if you're a friend, I guess. That's what we're saying.
It's just you get too many prizes.
Well,
maybe
yeah, she won the
time.
last time. No, she's not winning again. Jenny Heiss, PM me with your real name and your address, and I will send out your Into the World bets. And DianeInOz, if you actually do bother to watch the show,
sorry.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm not giving you out another prize.
You get all the prizes.
I know. It's prize enough to be my friend, Diane.
If we just gave you the prize, then you would probably just get it all the time.
She's really lucky.
Yes.
She is really lucky.
Something wrong with that piece of paper.
And she doesn't need any more fleece, by the way. So
she has plenty.
So that's it for this week. Sorry it's a short show, but Sheila and I will be back to do our regularly featured show next week. She's been on vacation. She got back today and she just couldn't make it. So if you are new to the show, thanks for tuning in. And if you're a return viewer, thanks for watching us. If you want more information about the show, how to contact us, that information is above Lily's head on the blog, which is at www.knit1heart2too.blogspot.com. And if you would like to join our Ravelry group or buy a t-shirt from Cafe Press or donate to the blog, you can find that information over here next to my head. The link to Ravelry, I know it's hard to point because we're in the opposite direction.
Because if I point that way, there it looks like I'm pointing the other way.
The link over here to the Ravelry group will put you right to the page where you just have to click join to join the group. And we have 968 members right now, and when we get to 1,000, we're going to do a big prize-palooza. So if you haven't joined the group, join it. And if you watch this or any other podcast, please leave a star rating on iTunes. It's really helpful. We do look at that feedback. I know other podcasters do look at that feedback. And, we bring this to you every week, and we try to do a good job. And your comments can only make it better for us. So that being said, I hope everyone's having a great summer. So have a good week and knit with heart. Bye. Hi everybody, this is a postscript to the Tour de Fleece contest, which I just drew the prize for, and I really was stunned that the person who won is close personal friend DianeInOz. And after I stopped recording, I texted to Diane to tell her what had happened. And I just wanted to read you the text exchange because it's kind of hilarious. So, and I will leave out any blue language so that I don't have to change the rating on our show. I said, Lily just drew your name for the Tour de Fleece prize and we publicly threw it back in because how unbelievable is it that you won 2 contests and are a personal friend? I'll buy you dinner sometime to make up for it. And she texted back, this is like the anti-fix I call bleep. And I said, I wasn't even going to tell you since you don't even watch the show. Seriously, what are the odds? And Diane said, I take enough abuse that I deserve a prize for that alone, which is probably true. So I said, isn't knowing me and getting to spend time with me prize enough? And Diane said, yeah, a booby prize. which zinged me and I deserved it. So yeah, that was our text conversation. Anyway, I just had to add the postscript because it's hilarious. I actually also just called Sheila to tell her what happened, and she is like, out of all the people, what are the odds? We want to spread the love around, and we don't want to make it look like our close personal friends win all of our contests. So, and also we knew that Diane wouldn't mind if we gave somebody else a chance to win the prize. So, Jenny Heiss, I hope you enjoy your prize, and thanks again for watching. Knit with Heart.